Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the SIGMA IROC series. I'm Brian the Blank. And we are in Chicagoland. Well, we are at Chicagoland in Joliet, near Chicago. If we want to get technical, which we always do, don't we? Kellen Rolich is on the pole. Tyler Shangle is just outside. Oh boy. The Cup guys really did a number on this starting order. We do have two new hot shots. It was decided that yes, the 32 of James Gunner would indeed be invited back without hesitation. However, Sigma and BRR decided we would extend a second invitation to Trevor Vaden. You see Gunner there? However, two more invites were sent out. Jordan Walker and Trevor Walker. Both have had outstanding seasons before. Of course, with them being brothers with the same name, we had to do a little bit of reworking with the liveries. I think it worked out pretty well, don't you? We may keep this idea in the future. Maybe a little bit of editing if we do keep sponsors, but it's an idea. Alright, so as mentioned, we have our two new hot shots, our two old hot shots. The rest of the roster is the same. The hot shots will be garnering their own points, and well, we'll see how that turns out. As we get ready to start the race, which will be 67 laps around this 1.5 mile D oval. I'm just trying to prepare myself for how fast this race is going to be.
Drivers, start your engines.
And now, as my viewers will understand, I'm going to watch all of these cars pull off of pit road right now. Yay! Oh boy. I hate to be that way, but Phoenix kind of got me spooked. So let's go through the starting lineup officially. Kellen Rolich on the pole. Tyler Shangle in second. Justin Detu in third. Atlee Weiss in fourth. Danny Littlewitz in fifth. Al Bunch in sixth. James Gunner and One Army in seventh and eighth. Brian DeBlank in ninth. Trevor Vaden in 10th. Slicks Flame in 11th. Andre Stefan in 12th. Tatum Bergeron in 13th. Daniel Palace in 14th. And I'm taking too long. Sorry. Eventually, I'll figure out how to do this. We are underway. Kellen Rolich pulls away in turn one. lap 1 without any problem. Day 2, underneath Tyler Shangle, leading a train. And it already looks like the outside lane may not have what it takes to run today. They may be able to hold, but I don't know that they can sustain. Can't hold, but that makes no sense. You may not be able to go very far on that outside. You may be able to hold your position, but you're not going to be able to advance. That's what I meant. I am just batting 1,000. Probably shouldn't be recording this at 2 a.m. Regardless, we have 4 Cup guys in the top 4. Then Slick's Flame, currently at the line, still 6th. Nosed out by DeBlanc, who also just ran his fastest lap. Oh boy, the Cup guys are already on a roll. Wow. All they need is Weiss and one army, and they'll just have a complete sweep on the top 6. And who knows, that could happen. There's Gunner. The only problem is that all the Cup guys are up front already. No challenge. Everyone else was bundled up. And of course, the luck of the draw means that some guys are going to be faster and have to go through the field. Well, let's do a, we're 1/10 of the way through this race. Allow me to actually do a proper rundown. Kellen Rolich is in 1st. Justin Deatu is in 2nd. Dane Littlewitz in 3rd. Tyler Shangle in 4th. Tatum Bergeron in 5th. James Gunner in 6th. Slick's Flame 7th. Ewan What Army in 8th. Atlee Weiss currently scored 9th. Chaz Chadwick, excuse me. I made that mistake all last event, and that was my mistake. That is Chaz Chadwick. The only Chad here is me. Trevor Vaden in 12th. Actually, that would be 11th, wouldn't it? Yes, it is. Jordan Walker already making their way to 12th. Will Power currently 13th. Brian DeBlanc falling to 14th. Nate Newman in 15th. Al Bunch not having a good day already. Back to 16th. Andre Stefan taking 16th. We're trying to. Across the line on 17th. Andrew Palace 18th currently. Trevor Walker not having the best start, 19th. And last, Luis Trost in 20th. Trost. Again, I should not be doing this at 2 a.m. It appears that the 87 and the 88 have hooked up and left. Kellen Rolich, who is having a banger of the season in Cup. currently leads this race, has led from go. Justin did too in second. But the Cup guys are not as foolproof as they had been, because here comes the rest of the field. This may be a runaway race, but it's not going to be a runaway for everybody. Shangle gets back past Litowitz. Litowitz confirmed to be in their final racing season. Is not running Cup this season. This is the only championship they are running in 2024. And barring a championship win, his career has 7 remaining races. This being one of the 7. Wildfire is in the same position. Litowitz was a contender in Cup there last season. Wildfire won last season's Daytona 500 and therefore has the green wild card livery. Chad Chadwick, one of the truck drivers, currently scored 10th on the last lap after a bad Atlanta race. He's looking to say, hey, truck drivers do know how to race with everybody else. Andre Stefan looking to do the same thing. It's a little bit hard to pull off, though. Back up front, Kellen Relich still leads. We are on lap 15 to going to lap 16 this time by. Shangle and Litowitz, they swapped positions and they were able to separate a little bit. Bergen and Gunner looking to work together. This is looking like a lot of tandem drafting. I'm not used to this. But many of the BRR drivers are nowhere near as talented or as capable as these drivers are. And maybe the crews have figured out something to keep going faster. Who knows? We'll find out soon enough. Maybe that throws a wrench in it with Litowitz trying to go under Shangle. But he has to hit the brakes. Bergen follows Shangle. Gunner follows Litowitz. So I thought Gunner's going to force Litowitz up into the middle lane and just mess up everybody's idea. I tell you what, Gunner. You finish top 5 again, and I'll guarantee you 2 more races. You win a race, I'll let you run the whole season. We'll even give you a redesigned car. What did I say? Top 5? Yeah. Top 5, I'll get you another race, at least. Maybe 2. Of course, I guess I could expand that out to anybody. Vaden, Walker, and Trevor Walker here. Finish top 5 and you're guaranteed at least a race. Gunner here will have done it twice. fact, he finished third. Two more races to be halfway through the season. But before I start writing checks I can't cash, let's just see how the race goes. So we're running, averaging 30 seconds a lap. Looks to be about. Not a whole lot of actual side-by-side racing. A lot of single file. And they have thinned out a fair bit. Now, going by past experience, I believe that we will have the fuel to make it to the finish. However, pit stops may still happen. Damn it. Are the leaders being... No. Dang it. Okay. So... that's a good angle. Relich and Day 2 seem to be having a nice day. Shangle and Lilowitz still running 4th, Gunner 5th, Slick's Flame in 6th, Bergeron up, still running 7th, Water Army up to 8th, Weiss in 9th. Oh boy, they're working their way up. Trevor Vaden in 10th, Brian DeBlanc in 11th, Chaz Chadwick in 12th, actually presenting the truck series. In fact, here's Stefan in 14th. Both of the truckers are away from the back of the pack. Jordan Walker in 15th. Trevor Walker in 19th. However, again, these are supposed to be some of the best drivers on the circuits. Sigma's best. They are running all out because they know that there's no money for the back half and there's no points for last place. And oh, the irony, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Rolich and Day 2 were teammates last season. I believe. I could be wrong. My history is a little fuzzy at times. But I believe that is the case. Both driving NASCARs. Hence the blue and orange. Even if it's a different shade on this car. What Army and Weiss have made some time up and brought Vaden with them. Ewan, What Army, Atlee Weiss can't get away from each other. But one thing that they might agree on is they're not going to be the Cup guys who are upset by everybody else Seems like if you can find a dance partner here in Chicago, you're gonna have a good day. So we are all ready. Officially 31 laps down. 67 on total. So we now have, I believe that's 36 laps to go. Nate Newman has fallen to 20th. Luis Trost 19th. Trevor Walker still cannot seem to get his car to stay on the bottom of the track. Al Bunch has fallen from the front of the field. Where did he start? Al Bunch started 6th, and he's fallen to 17th. That's not great. Daniel Palace hasn't been able to go very far. Willpower, he's trying. Jordan Walker still holding about 14th, 15th, but he's on that outside line by himself. No real incidents. The truck drivers are on 12th and 13th. Brian DeBlanc confusing everybody by being 11th. Trevor Vaden in the top 10. Tatum Bergeron in 9th. Atlee Weiss in 8th. Ewan One Army in 7th. Slicks Flame in 6th. James Gunner in 5th. Danny Littlewitz in 4th. Tyler Shangle in 3rd. Justin Detu still running around in 2nd. I don't know if they're biding their time or if they're just not fast enough to catch our leader, Kellen Rolich. 35 laps down. We're going to pass. We got more than one. Gunner trying to get down on Littlewitz. Cannot do it. Slicks Flame up track. One Army underneath the 63. Gunner loses a little bit of time. Slicks Flame loses a little bit of time. Weiss is forced up track. No incidents, no accidents. Maybe a little argy-bargy, but so far everyone has minded their own business and kept themselves clean. It's enough of an accordion that DeBlanc was able to close distance. The 18 of Chadwick has also been able to make some time. Slicks Flame has the speed and is finally able to challenge Gunner. Gunner is stuck on the outside. Whoa. Finally, a challenge for the lead by day 2. And it's not gonna happen. Rolich just drives right by him on the outside. That 87, I don't know how, but it is on rails, apparently. He may have had a hiccup coming out of turn 2. That 87 is apparently very fast. Slicks Flame up to 5th. White Army up to 6th. Unfortunately, Gunner's caught on the outside. Was caught on the outside. has been able to recover a little bit, but he's going to lose 2 spots and be scored 7th. Vaden in 8th. Trevor Vaden in 9th. Atlee Weiss in 10th. Weiss now running 6th of the 6 Cup. Oh, no. Okay. Looks like we are going to have pit stops. Pit stops will be a thing this year. Yay. So our first 3 takers: Danny Littlewitz, Trevor Vaden, Andre Stefan. I about had a heart attack because I thought that Vaden was about to have car issues. Here come the 2 leaders. Here comes most of the pack. This puts Tyler Shangle in the lead. This puts Slicks Flame in the lead. Officially, yes, Slicks Flame has led a lap. James Gunner in 2nd. Wildfire in 3rd. Daniel Palace in 4th. Trevor Walker in 5th. Luis Trost in 6th. Justin Day 2's the first one out of pit road. Day 2 has beaten Rolich off pit road. And doesn't look like the undercut's going to help at all. As Littlewitz is catching Rolich, yes, but Rolich is just now getting up to speed. There's Shangle. He's going to fall possibly a lap back. Here comes Slicks Flame. Gunner takes the lead. We are on lap 46. Will Gunner come in? Not this time. This is going to be sketchy. So the top 5 have not pitted yet. Hot Shot James Gunner currently leads. It'll be 20 to go this time by, and he has not pit yet. Daniel Palace in 2nd. Willpower in 3rd. Trevor Walker currently 4th. Luis Trost challenging for 4th. And then everyone else is a lap behind. Kellen Rolich and Justin Deatu. Rolich looking to get past already. Looks like Deatu's made some adjustments. Nader Littlewitz is throwing off Rolich. One Army's in 9th. Tyler Shangle in 10th. Trevor Vaden in 11th. Tatenberger in 12th. Andre Stefan 13th. Brian DeBlank 14th. Slicks Flame falls all the way back to 15th. Atlee Weiss 16th. Nate Newman currently 17th. Al Bunch currently 18th. No. Chadwick will be 18th. Bunch will be 19th at the line. And Jordan Walker will be 20th. And just cannot seem to get a break today. Or was that Trevor? I want to say it was Jordan. No. Jordan was the one that was making progress. Trevor was the one stuck in the back. Will these drivers be trying to make it to the end on one tank? They are running a full second and a half behind even Jordan Walker, who last lap ran a 30.05 versus a 31.47. And this is a car that has lost the draft. Many others are finding speed in places. But it seems like a lot of the Cup guys may have lost a little bit on these pit stops. But here's the problem. Even when they lost something, they still caught the field. Or they caught the leaders. Trost is 5th. Walker is 4th. This train is trying to take their lap back. And with 3 of them, they can divide and conquer. Power passed without too much issue. Palace and Gunner are going to be a little bit more of a pain. Palace looking to use that train as a little boost, and they're going to leave them dry. Who's going to take advantage of this? Daniel Palace takes the lead on the backstretch and is immediately given the boot by Rolich and Litowitz. If this group has to pit, Rolich has just retaken the lead of the lappers. Day 2 is stuck behind Gunner. And now it's a cluster. These lap cars are slow, but they're not slow enough to be flagged. This is by strategy. Day 2 has passed. Day 2 has gotten past. Vaden, Bergeron, and Stefan all pit, as did UN1 Army, Tyler Shangle. Daniel Palace again did not. Palace is currently your leader, but for how long? Gunner is back on his tail. Will Power is there. Slicks Flame looking to get their lap back, and that's what this cluster is for. These are all drivers passing the leaders, getting their lap back. Nate Newman. Nate Newman was in 20th. How did he get back up there? Oh, right. 20th became Jordan Walker. Of course, now Jordan Walker is able to recatch the draft. Unfortunately for Lewis Trost, he's the last guy that did not pit. However, that's 5th. And 6th is just not getting onto the backstretch. There's less than 10 laps to go for the leaders. If they can make it to the end, they can make it. I think they might be able to finish this race ahead. But they have to, but they're committed now. The 45 of Louis Trost. The 21 of Trevor Walker. The 12 of Will Power. The 32 of James Gunner. And the 9 of Daniel Palace. They are committed. They cannot pit now. If they do, their race is done. Jordan Walker is last of everybody running, but is now on the lead lap. I'll be honest, this was not something I expected to see. And now these drivers are just pedal to the metal, trying to get back around, because that's 5 spots. They've given it their all. They weren't sure that they could make it, so they were brought in. And now these guys are going almost 2 seconds a lap slower. 1.5 seconds a lap slower. And that's money and positions. And potential invites for 2 of these guys. If this works out, Palace, Gunner, Walker, Willpower, and Louis Trost, their crew chiefs and their crews and these drivers are going to look like absolute geniuses. And it's going to be insane for Gunner, because Gunner was a front runner the entire time. Everyone else was around mid-pack to back of the pack. It's lap 64 of 67. Daniel Palace is your leader on fuel strategy, and so far it's going to work out. 3 laps to go. James Gunner in 2nd. Trevor Walker in their first race, running 3rd. Willpower in 4th. Louis Trost in 5th. All 5 of these drivers on fuel strategy. Kellen Rutledge, the fastest car on track, I believe, without question, has led the most laps, but it doesn't matter because they pit. And they've simply been trying to claw back that position. I don't think they can get there. Danny Littlewitz also has had a great run today. Ironically, is worse, only slightly worse now than they were before they pit. We are 2 laps to go. Justin Detu, currently 8th. Taden Bergeron in 9th. Andre Stefan in 10th. So the truck drivers are just as capable. Ewan One Army in 11th. Trevor Vaden in 12th. One of the first ones to come down pit road. Tyler Shangle in 13th. Nate Newman in 14th. Brian DeBlank holding up traffic in 15th. Chad Chadwick 16th. Slick Flame back to 17th. After leading this race at one point, Atlee Weiss somehow is 18th. Al Bunch in 19th. And Jordan Walker in 20th. However, the race is over, and strategy begets power. Daniel Palace wins in Chicago on fuel strategy. And a bit of luck. James Gunner, you will be back. Trevor Walker, you will be back. Willpower in 4th. Louis Trost in 5th. And then Rolich must be heartbroken. So fast and yet 6th. It was an option, though. Not a normal option in IROC, admittedly. But with how things are set up, that was always an option. Wow. As everybody follows in their pit stalls, again, no DNFs, no wrecks, not even scratches. And this race is done. 100 miles and plenty of drama actually this time. Just not what I was expecting. I'm going to take a break. And when I come back, we will... yeah. Well, my heart rate's still up from that. Oh boy, a fuel mileage race in IROC. Almost at ARCA. Again, it's 2 in the morning. 3 in the morning now. So, with all the strategy, even with them slowing down as much as they did, Kellen Rolich was almost 12 seconds back. And then he'd have had to get past Trost, Power, Walker, and Gunner again to get to Palace. I'm not sure another 10 laps would have done it. Maybe with speed, sure, but not with much else. And I did look, and the garage recommendation was, 66 laps on a full tank. However, that doesn't matter now. Daniel Palace, he's your race winner. By fuel or by speed, I mean, he had enough of both. And enough strategy to keep Gunner out of victory lane, which Gunner was there. He had the lead, and Palace was able to use the unlapping traffic. It's weird to say. To give him a boost to get around. And then Gunner just could not get back around Palace. So smart driving and brilliant strategy gives Palace the win over Gunner, but the top 5 is to be celebrated. James Gunner in 2nd, Trevor Walker in 3rd, Will Power in 4th, Louis Trost in 5th. Gunner was the only guy in the top 10, in the top 5 regularly before the pit stops. So the fact that he was able to make it work even if he finishes 2nd, that's even more noteworthy. But all the top 5 played their part beautifully. Kellen Rolich, for all his effort, 6th place. Danny Littlewitz in 7th. Justin Detu in 8th. Tatum Bergeron breaks up the Cup Trio in 9th. Andre Stefan in 10th. Ewan What Army in 11th. Trevor Vaden in 12th. Tyler Shangle falls to 13th. Nate Newman finishes 14th. Brian DeBlanc in 15th. Chadwick in 16th. Slicks Flame falls all the way back to 17th after leading at one point. Atlee Weiss falls to 18th, is the lowest of the Cup drivers. Al Bunch in 19th, and Jordan Walker had a decent start, but it just fell apart from there. Not sure what happened. Maybe something wasn't completely working right with that number 10 car. What does this do for points? Well, your points leader is current part-timer James Gunner. A third and a second. He, as the highest finisher, he will be welcome back for a third race. And BRR and SIGMA will speak on whether or not this hot shot is made into a whole shot. Luis Trost in second with a consistent fifth. Tyler Shangle's win in Atlanta helps him retain a top three. Daniel Palace's win here in Chicago boosts him up to fourth. Nate Newman in fifth. Danny Littlewitz in sixth. Kellen Rolich in seventh. UN1 Army in eighth. Will Power in ninth. Trevor Walker with his lone start in 10th. Al Bunch 11th. Justin Day 12th. Trevor Vaden in 13th. Atlee Weiss in 14th. Brian DeBlank 15th. Andre Stefan 16th. Tatum Bergeron 17th. Slicks Flame 18th. The single race of John Hagan holds him in 19th. Chaz Chadwick is currently 20th. Jack Davis with one race run in Atlanta, 21st, and Jordan Walker with no points, currently 22nd. So, that was the IROC 100 from Chicagoland. Did you enjoy the race? Links below for SIGMA, the league who these drivers come from, and for Brian's Racing Realm, the channel that you're watching this on, hopefully, and the host of the video. So, I'm Brian. Thank you for joining me on this crazy race. Congratulations to Daniel Palace for winning. And until next time, stay safe. And I'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody.